Well, I think the screen is visible for you now. Okay, so in
Yes.
this session we will discuss about the trade-offs in transportation. We have a different type of transportation network. Okay, direct transportation, transportation with a distribution center with the DC with storage, and DC with cross docking, and DC with the milk runs. Okay, we have different types of transportation network. Okay. So for a different type of transportation, how to balance the cost? Okay, what are the costs that we need to consider while choosing a correct transportation? And we need to balance the cost also. Depends upon the value or demand of product, and depends upon the medium size or small sized customer, and depends upon the value to weight ratio of a particular product. Depends upon many factors. We need to balance the cost incurred for our whole transportation. Whole transportation means definitely we need to consider the inventory cost also. So inventory, as we told in the previous session, the inventory is one. What is the stock we are carrying in our plant? That is called as inventory. Okay. The stock, it can be used for a safety purpose, or it can be used during the lead time. Generally, we are talking about the lead time. The lead time is the time gap between the issue of order up to the receiving of goods. Okay, we are issuing the order, then the order will be given to the supplier. The supplier will be sending our product, so it will be taking 2 or 3 days for us to receive. So to compensate the 2 or 3 days, we need to keep some product in our stock. Okay. That is called as the inventory. Okay. So to start with today's session, the trade-offs, we are considering the trade-off. Generally, when we are considering about the trade-off, the transportation decision when we are taking, we need to consider all the cost. Whatever the cost it is, whether it is a inventory cost or the facility or processing cost or the coordination cost and level of responsiveness. So here we have mentioned all the inventory cost. The inventory cost is one. The cost which we are spending for inventory. Inventory is nothing but a storage. The storage கூட சொல்ல மாட்டோம், ஒரு சேஃப்டி லெவல். இப்போ இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ஆர்டர் கொடுக்குறோம், நம்ம ஆர்டர் கொடுத்த ப்ராடக்ட் நமக்கு வந்து ரீச் ஆகுறதுக்கு ஒரு 4 or 5 days இருக்கு. ஸோ அந்த 4 or 5 daysக்கு தேவைப்படுற மெட்டீரியலை நம்ம வந்து ஸ்டாக்ல வச்சோம். தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் இன்வென்ட்ரி. ஸோ வி நீட் டு ஸ்பெண்ட் சம் மணி ஃபார் ஸ்டோரிங் இட். We need to provide a space, so the rent given for the spaces to be considered, and we need to keep the product in some environmental conditions, some circumstances condition. So we need to consider that too, and we need to give some people for handling that storage department. Okay. So all the cost will be considered in inventory. And second is a facility and processing cost is nothing but the shipping. Okay. The handling the product and the shipping the product from one location to other, all those things will be considered. So based on all the cost, we need to take a right decision. So shipper should evaluate different transportation option. Okay, they need to find the different transportation option and also the different type of cost. They need to consider all while making such a decision. We need to consider what type of transport we are preferring, and what is the quantity. Okay, what is the size of transportation, and what are the costs involved here for a single transportation and the cost involved in transit condition, and what are the revenues we have, and what are the different costs incurred to manage, which means cost of inventory. So we need to consider all those things. By considering all the factors, we need to give ranking for the different type of transportation option, which option we need to go. Okay. So for doing this, the manager he need to consider all the factors, right? So while making this decision, we have two different category. One is a transportation and inventory cost trade-off. Trade-offs is nothing but balancing transportation and inventory cost. We are considering the transportation cost and the inventory cost in this case. And as second case, transportation cost and responsiveness trade-off. Okay. So a responsiveness is one, it's a customer responsiveness. Okay. We need to balance both. If transportation cost is more, it depends upon that the responsiveness of a customer may vary. The transportation time. If you are purchasing one product, the transportation time will be around 1 month. Then definitely the responsiveness will be reducing. Okay. So we are considering these two cases for making decision. The first case considering the transportation and inventory cost, and the second case considering the transportation and responsiveness. Okay. So now we will move on to the first one, transportation and inventory cost trade-off. Okay. So in transportation and inventory cost, by name itself, we can identify we are considering two costs and we are balancing this. We need to balance both the cost, transportation as well as the inventory. So here the trade-off is being made with these two. So to make this balancing, we are following two different choices. Okay, two different decision method. First one is a choice of transportation mode. By considering which mode of transportation we are preferring to ship our product. Based on that, we can make a decision. And second one is inventory application. How we are maintaining our inventory. Okay. As I told earlier, inventory is a storage. Okay. How we are going to maintain our inventory, whether we are going to increase the inventory aggregation. The aggregation term is a collection. Okay? Aggregation term means collection. So inventory can be a cycle inventory and safety inventory. Okay? A cycle inventory is one uh, where we will store the product to compensate the lead time. Okay? Compensate the lead time period. That is called a cycle inventory. And safety inventory, if suppose a lead time is being increased, at that time we need to keep some product in store. Okay. So that is safety inventory. So by aggregating these two, by combining all the inventories, how to make a decision. Okay. That is the second method. So we can consider the first one, a choice of transportation mode. So a choice of transportation mode, we need to take decision which transport mode we need to prefer, and also we need to choose the correct carrier. Okay. So carrier who is carrier for shipping our product. So it has two different decision. Yeah, first one is the planning decision, and second one is the operational decision. A planning decision is one. We need to select the correct carrier. Then the operation decision is one. We need to choose a particular transportation mode with the required capacity level. These two decisions are being made here. So a manager he must account the inventory cost while selecting the transportation mode, because depends upon the transportation mode we can the time taken, the lead time may vary. Okay, so depends upon the lead time we need to keep the sufficient product in our storage, right? As a manager he need to consider the inventory cost also. So how to prefer the mode? A cheaper mode of transport, a cheaper mode of transport it can be selected, but when we are selecting a cheaper mode, definitely the time taken for transportation will be more, so that it will lead to the longer time, longer lead time. Then the larger minimum shipment quantity, the quantity of product that need to be transferred must be more. Okay, keep that in mind. When we are preferring the cheap transportation mode, definitely the lead time will increase, and also the amount of goods that to be transferred that will be maximum. Okay. Both of which result in high level of inventory in supply chain. You need to keep these 3 points in your mind. The first point, when we are selecting cheaper mode, first one, the lead time increases. and it is sufficient, or it is to be done with maximum quantity. When we are preferring these two options, definitely the inventory level will be high. Why? Because the lead time is being increased. Okay, consider a lead time 3 days. You need to keep the products record for 3 days. Suppose if lead time is increased to 10 days. From 3 days, it increased to 10 days. We need to keep the raw material which is to be used for 10 days. Okay. So definitely it will increase the inventory. Okay. So a mode with higher transportation. Here we consider about the cheaper transportation mode. A mode with a higher transportation cost, it need to be justified in the lower inventory. Okay. If the inventory cost is more, definitely we will be preferring a time sensitive transportation, right? Because when we are preferring the time sensitive, then only we will be moving to the higher transportation, okay, higher transportation mode. So definitely it need to be justified. The inventory will be low. Example, considering the Apple. Okay, they are sending the product in time sensitive mode of transportation, air freights. So that there is no there is no requirement for keeping large inventories there. Then as a next case, a faster mode. When we will consider the faster mode of transportation, they are preferred for the product which are having the high value to weight ratio. The value of product is high. When the value of product is high, at that time we will be preferring the faster mode. When we are moving to the faster mode, definitely the lead time will be reducing. Okay. So since the lead time is being reduced, the inventory will be minimum. The inventory will be minimum when we are preferring to be faster. Okay. And in a cheaper mode are preferred for product, the product which are having a small value to weight ratio. The value of the worth of product is small. The worth of value, the value of product is will be low. At that time, we will be preferring the cheaper mode. Cheaper mode means definitely it's a slower, okay, a slow mode of transportation. If the process is slow, the transportation mode is slow, definitely the lead time will increase. So we need to keep inventory more on that condition. So the choice of mode should be taken into account cycle, safety, in transit inventory, okay, and the cost incurred for in transit industry all need to be considered to make a decision for correct transportation. So here the table it depicts the values in terms of values. It is giving their ranking. They are giving the ranking for a different mode of transportation. The rank one is for worst and two. Sorry, not two. One is for worst and six is for best. Okay, one for worst and six for best here. Considering a mode, a rail mode, as I told earlier, it's a cyclic inventory. A cycle inventory is what the product need to compensate in lead time. A safety inventory for safety purpose. If there is any uncertainties occurred in the lead time, then definitely we need to keep some product in safety to utilize. Then in transit cost, the cost required in transportation line. Then the transportation time and the overall transportation cost. Consider this an example. A rail, they are giving the rank as 5. Okay. For cyclic inventory, all are 5. In transportation time, they are giving only 2 for rail transport. One is worse and the 2 is the next one. So one is given for water. Okay. The transportation time is worst for water. It will be taking more time. It will be taking more time. But regarding the cost will be less. So the time taken for transportation and the cost are related. If time is more, the cost will be less. So same as if you are considering the air. In air transportation, it is a fast one. Okay. They are giving 5. Regarding the cost, it is a second category. 2. So for a different type of transportation mode, we will be giving a ranking in different category by considering the cyclic inventory, by considering the total cost, considering the transportation time. So all the things need to be balanced. When we are choosing a transportation mode, all the factors need to be balanced. So this is a first case. But we had two options under transportation inventory cost. The first one, choice of transportation mode. The second one is the inventory aggregation. The inventory aggregation is one where we are aggregating the inventory. Aggregating is a collection. We are aggregating the inventory. We will be reducing the number of storages. So when we are doing this, what will happen? The inventory cost will decrease. When we are aggregating, the inventory cost will decrease. The inbound transportation cost will decrease. The inbound transportation is a transportation cost required to transfer the product from the supplier to the distribution center. Okay, that is called as inbound. And the outbound transportation cost increase. Outbound transportation cost increases. Okay, how to justify these two? The inbound cost decreases and outbound cost increases. Okay. How it is possible? Suppose consider any product. Okay, any product from the manufacturing unit, they will be bringing the product to the showrooms. Okay, if you want to buy a cycle, the cycle will be manufactured in the industry and it will be brought to the showrooms, okay, in cycle shops. What we are doing as a customer, we will be moving to the shop and we will be taking the vehicle, we will bring it to our place. We will bring it to our location with our own transportation cost, isn't it? So here the cost incurred for transferring the cycle from manufacturing unit to the showroom, that is called as the inbound transportation. And transferring the same cycle from the shop to our home, that is called as outbound. So consider this case now. Each cycle need to be transferred from the factory to showroom. So the transportation cost will be more on that. But transferring the same cycle from showroom to our place, our home, we are utilizing it. We are using the transport. We are paying for transportation. That will be a low in this case. Consider a bookshop. Okay. A printer. They are giving the books to bookshop. We, as a customer, we are going to bookshop and we take the book with our own transportation, right? So here the outbound transportation is less. The inbound transportation is more. The cost required to transfer all the books from the printer to the bookshop. Okay. Suppose we are going to aggregate this. The bookseller they want to sell their books through online. What will happen at that time? From the printing press, all the books will be collected to the warehouse. Okay. So the inbound transportation cost will be low because all the books are sent to the warehouse, not for many bookshops. All the books are sent to the warehouse. So the inbound transportation decreases. Okay, decreases. Once they get the order through online, then they need to pack it and send it to the customer. So that is called as the outbound. And outbound cost definitely it will increase. சொல்றது புரியுதுலப்பா? இன்வென்ட்ரியை வந்து அக்ரிகேட் பண்றதுங்கிறது இதுதான். ஸோ மேக்கிங் பிளேஸ்ல இருந்து அந்த ஸ்டோரேஜ், தட் இஸ் டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூஷன் சென்டர் வரைக்கும் உள்ள டிஸ்டன்ஸை வந்து குறைச்சிட்டோம். ஒரு புக்கு பிரிண்ட் பண்ணி ஒரு புக் ஷாப்ல வந்து பிரிண்ட் பண்ண ஒரு பிரிண்டட் பிளேஸ்ல வந்து பண்ணிடுறாங்க. அங்க இருந்து எல்லா புக் ஷாப்புக்கும் அனுப்புவாங்க. அட் தட் கண்டிஷன் இன்பவுண்ட் டிரான்ஸ்போர்டேஷன் அதிகம். நம்ம தான் போய் வாங்கிட்டு வரப்போற புக்கு, அந்த இடத்துல வந்து அவுட்பவுண்ட் டிரான்ஸ்போர்டேஷன் கிடையாது. பட் இன் ஆப்போசிட் ஹேண்ட் அவங்க ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு வேர் ஹவுஸ் வச்சு அந்த வேர் ஹவுஸ்ல இருந்து டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணாங்க அப்படின்னா அவங்களுக்கு இன்பவுண்ட் டிரான்ஸ்போர்டேஷன் கம்மியா இருக்கும் வேர் ஹவுஸ் கொண்டு போறது. ஏன்னா வேர் ஹவுஸ் நியர்பை டு தி பிரிண்டிங் லொகேஷன் இருக்கும். But from the warehouse, they need to transfer the books. They need to pack and send for each and every customer. The outbound will be increased. Okay. But we need to aggregate our inventory in the required situation. The inventory aggregation, it decreases. What it decreases? It decreases the supply chain cost when the product has the high value to weight ratio, the product have high demand. Okay. At these two conditions, the inventory aggregation decreases the cost. Okay. So when we need to move on to inventory aggregation means definitely the product will be having high value and it has high demand. At that time, we can move on to the inventory aggregation. Then second, the inventory aggregation, it will increase the cost. It will increase the cost in a situation where the value of product is low and the demand of product is low. Okay. So based on this, we need to decide whether we can aggregate the inventory or not. The decision has to be made based on the value and demand of product. So this is a trade-off for aggregating inventory. When we need to aggregate, when there is no need of aggregation. So considering the transportation cost, when we aggregate the inventory, the transportation cost will be low. Okay. Then regarding the demand, even when the uncertainty occurring demand, at that time the aggregating it will increase. When we aggregate, the demand will be high. So no need of aggregate means demand must be low. Then holding cost of the product. When we are doing the aggregation, the holding cost will be increasing. Okay. On non-aggregation type, it is a decreasing. And regarding the customer order, if there is a large sized order, we will move to the aggregation. If the order is very small, no need to aggregate our inventory. So aggregation is nothing but reducing the places and combining the inventory. No need to supply to many different locations. Instead of doing, we are reducing the number of warehouses. That is called as aggregation. Then the second trade-off solution. The second trade-off solution is a trade-off between transportation cost and customer responsiveness. First, what we consider the transportation cost and inventory, right? First, we consider the transportation cost and inventory cost trade-off. And second case, we are considering the transportation cost with customer responsiveness. Okay. Customer responsiveness something but fulfilling the customers. That's all. So as I told earlier, the transportation cost definitely it affects the customer responsiveness. Yeah, you have ordered a product. The product, if you need to get the product in 2 days, the transportation cost definitely more. Okay, they need to prefer the fast transportation mode, so the transportation cost will be more. Suppose we are ready to get the product after 10 days. We ordered it today. We are ready to get the product after 10 days. At that time, the transportation cost will be less, okay, because they will be preferring the slower transportation. So what is happening here? The customer responsiveness and also the transportation cost both must be balanced. When you are concentrating on reducing the transportation cost, definitely we will lose the customers. Okay. Suppose if you want to fulfill the customers, so the cost of product will be increasing. When the cost of product will be increasing, and also we will be losing our customers. Okay. So to avoid this condition, to balance these two, we are using the temporal aggregation. Temporal aggregation, it is the process of combining the orders across time, which means, just imagine a company, they are receiving some orders. Okay. They will be waiting some 2 or 3 days. They will be waiting for 2 or 3 days. After that, they will start to send the packages. What will happen? They will all the orders that being claimed on the 3 days will be combinedly sent on next day. Right? That is called as the temporary aggregation. Okay. கொஞ்சம் புரியுதப்பா? சென்னையில இருந்து இப்போ வந்து நம்ம போனே ஆர்டர் பண்றோம். ஜஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிள், சாம்சங் போன்ஸ் ஆர்டர் பண்றோம். ஒரு போன் இங்கிருந்து ஆர்டர் பண்ணிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா, they will be waiting for 1 or 2 days. 1 or 2 daysல வந்து சென்னை ரீஜன்ல இருந்து எத்தனை வந்திருக்கோ அது எல்லாத்தையும் மொத்தமா ஒரே பேக்கேஜ்ல அனுப்புவோம். Okay, that is called as the temporal aggregation. They will be maintaining, they will be aggregating the orders. Okay. So what are the benefits while maintaining this temporal aggregation is it reduces the transportation cost, right? Definitely it will reduce the transportation cost. Suppose around 10 or 15 Samsung phones have been ordered from Chennai region in 2 days. Okay. If they are sending each and every order as separate, so the transportation cost will be increased. But they will wait for 2 days and they will be sending the 15 phones. Send the all 15 phones in a single shipment. So what is happening? The transportation cost will be low and excuse me, and also the shipment is applicable for a large size. Okay. So this is called as the temporal aggregation. We are booking the product in online. They it will be showing that the goods will be delivered in 5 days or 6 days. So the 5 days and 6 days means there is no need of 5 days to transfer your product, right? There is no need of 5 days to ship your product even from Delhi to Chennai. But why they are giving that 5 days, which means they are using the temporal aggregation. They will be collecting 1 or 2 days order and collectively they will be sending to a single location. Okay. So here we are following the temporal aggregation. So the limited amount of temporal aggregation. Somewhat the temporal aggregation we need to do it only for a limited time. Beyond a time we may not do it because our ultimate aim is to reduce the transportation cost. But if you are waiting for more time, if you are increasing your temporal aggregation, if you are waiting more time to deliver your product, then definitely we will be losing our customer. Customer responsiveness will be affected. So that we need to keep temporal aggregation in limited manner. And one more thing, whether it's a limited temporal aggregation or a long period one, whatever the case, definitely it will affect the customer response. Just think of, we need a product, and most probably we need to get our product in short time, right? Because in online we will be paying the money. Already we paid, we are ready to wait for 2 days. If the order if the ordered product, if you are receiving the product more than after 2 days, you are receiving the product after 2 days, definitely we will not accept. So the temporal aggregation, it may affect the customer responsiveness. So the temporal aggregation need to be planned to balance the customer responsiveness as well as the transportation cost. It must balance the both. Okay. So these are the trade-offs, right? What are the trade-offs we have completed? Once I recall it, a trade-off in transportation design, we have two trade-offs. Yeah, first one, trade-off between transportation and inventory cost, transportation cost and inventory cost. And second is a trade-off between the transportation cost and the customer responsiveness. So in transportation and inventory, first choice is transportation mode. Which mode we need to prefer, and we need to give ranking for different mode based on the categories. Okay, cyclic inventory, safety inventory, transportation time, transportation cost. By considering all the factors, we are giving rank. Based on that, we need to choose a correct transport. Then second is inventory aggregation. We can aggregate the inventory so that we can send a large quantity in a single shipment, which will reduce the transportation cost, but definitely it will affect the customer responsiveness, right? The choice of transportation mode and then inventory aggregation, reducing the warehouses here and trade-off between the transportation costs and customer responsiveness. How to balance these two? We have completed up to this. And the next one is the tailored transportation. Okay. So, tailored transportation. Already we have seen something about the tailored transportation. Tailored transportation is one where we will be choosing different network and also the different transportation. It's a combination. Definitely, we will not depend with a single network, right? Definitely we will not. Suppose consider any vehicle, automobile, it need to be shipped to some other countries. So from the assembly plant, it need to be transferred to the harbor, right? So at the time we will be using the trucks, packages. Then from the harbor to other countries, it will be shipped through the waterway. Okay. So definitely for making our transportation successful one, combinedly, ultimately to reduce the cost of transportation, we will combine different type of networks and also the different type of transportation. So for doing this tailored transportation, we need to consider some factors. What are the factors to be considered? The first one, customer distance and density. A product is need to be shipped. What is the distance of customer? And what is the density? Density of customer means if the products are being transported to some particular location, how many customers are there? Okay, how many customers we can cover at that location? That is called as a density. And second is a customer size. A customer size means it can be categorized as a large sized customer, small sized customer. Which means it depends upon the quantity or quality. Sorry, not quality, quantity. How much they are ordering. Okay, based on that, we will be make a partition. A large sized customer, a medium sized customer, a small sized customer, likewise. Then a third one is the product demand and value. What is the value of our product or what is the demand for our product? By considering all these things, we need to finalize the transportation mode, tailor transportation. Because in tailor transportation mode, there is the involvement of different transportation network and also the involvement of different transportation mode. Okay. So we need to consider all these things. Whether the customer is near to the location or away from the more distance. Okay. Whether we have a high density customer location or low density customer location. Whether the customer is a large size, medium size or low sized customer. And what about the demand of product? Whether it's a high demand or low demand. What is the value? High value products and low value products. We will be considering all the factors to plan the tailoring transportation. And we have all tailored transportation by customer density and distance, by size of customer and the product demand and value. Okay, we will do this in our next session, tomorrow session. If you have any doubts in trade-offs, just unmute and ask or type in chat box first. Sir posted the absentees from A section Charan and Dinesh Kumar, B section Kirtana and Kirti Lakshmi, in C section Siva Shankari and Valli Madhumita.
For A section, RTL is joined too late, sir.
Okay.
After 11 only she joined.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yes, if you have any doubts, type in chat box or unmute yourself. Sir, recording stop, sir.